Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Chronic Colouring Down Under. I'd like to thank those who have subscribed so far and welcome those who are watching for the first time. My name is Sarah, I'm from Victoria, Australia. Today I'll be doing a technique tips, tricks, technique Tuesday. I still don't know the title of my own series. These videos are basically just quick videos to show you some things that I do to help me with my colouring or related to colouring. So if this is something that you think that you will like, grab a drink, put your feet up and enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing wonderful in this awesome world that we live in. Today is Tips, Tricks, Technique Tuesday. As I said in the intro, just these are relatively short videos where I just show you some things that I do related to colouring that I find really helpful, and it may be something helpful for you. Today we are talking about, yes, colouring books. Well, I've got one here, but I'll just bring over the big boy if it'll fit under. Whoops, we might move you up a bit. Okay, you'll see here I have a folder that's about, oh no, we can go up a bit further. Now this folder, container or whatever, all these books I use for practicing techniques. Well, that's the intention. I haven't used them yet. Sometimes when, I don't know if you get a bit like this, but sometimes when I'm colouring, that's when I go, oh, I might try this. And then I think, oh, I should have tried it in my technique book. And I'm going to really, that's one of my goals this year, and I will be putting it in my, writing it down so it's sort of a bit easier for me to remember, to bring out my technique practice books to try different techniques. So what made me do this was when I first started colouring, as many of you know, I used to put a lot of pressure on myself to have the perfect piece. And, you know, at the end of the day, what is perfect? I don't know the definition of perfect, to be quite honest. And I'm not a professional. I'm just someone who really, really loves colouring. And I've now changed my ways and I'm enjoying the process. Yes, I'm liking a lot of my outcomes. Some of them are meh, but I'm really enjoying the process. And that's, to me, what this is really all about. Especially if you are doing it for your mental health or stress relief. You don't need that extra pressure on yourself to, you know, make something perfect, because it's, you know, it's about the journey. It's not the end product. So for me to do that, I wanted to grab some books on things that I knew that it's areas that I wanted to practice. So a big thing was for me was paper, to learn a bit more about what takes what with papers. I'm really, like, I still look up, like, Emma Colour's 2020. She's a great person to watch in relation to papers. Who else? If I think of anyone else, I'll pop them in the description below. But I'm still, like, very, very new to working out what suits what paper. So I will go and look at these ladies and watch their videos, and I jot down on the suggestions that they have. I actually will link Emma's video below because it's a really informative video if paper is a thing that you're also a little bit nervous about. And yeah, it's really helpful. So paper was one thing, so hence why I have a Johanna Basford, and I also have a Magical Dawn in my technique practice folder container thing. Now, the reason why I've chosen to have books aside, and some of them I did buy especially for this, was because they're purely workbooks. They're not colouring books that, well, obviously I'll be colouring in them, but to me, I'm looking at them as workbooks. So if I trash a page, I do not care. This is for me learning, and I thought this would take me away from worried about wrecking something, if that makes sense. So these two were mainly for their paper. Excuse me. Also, especially the Magical Dawn one, as this is my least favourite Hannah Carlson book. But, you know, to learn how to colour like crystals and jewels and, you know, all that sort of stuff for florals, I've got, you know, a nice variety here, animals. So, and again, it's different type of paper. So this book is, you know, hopefully going to help me learn those sort of things. So if I go, oh, I'd like to practice on, you know, gems today, I know I could just grab this book. I don't care if I make 26 mistakes and one good jewel. This book has achieved what I wanted it to achieve. Same with Secret Garden. I am a Johanna Basford fan, but to be honest, I'm more of a fan of her later books than I am her earlier ones. And I did buy these, and instead of giving it away, because I don't even know if I have coloured in it, I don't think I have, I thought, well, this would be perfect to go into my technique practice thing. So, you know, if you've got books that you think, oh, I'll donate or whatever, or sell, just maybe before you do that, go through them again and see if they are books that you could use to practice different techniques on. You know, if the paper's a different type of paper and you want to be more confident with that paper. So that's why I kept this one, again, for to be able to work in her other colouring books confidently and practice in this one. So my next one is, I've got 2 copies of this. This is my favourite Kirby book. I have not touched one Kirby book. And again, it's, you know, the fear of wrecking and all that sort of stuff. And they were selling these at Kmart, which I'm just still blown away that you could get a Kirby Rosanna's book in Kmart Australia. And I think I paid like $8 or something for it. And I thought, this is perfect. You know, that can go in my technique book, in my technique folder, and I won't care if I muck it up. Even if I only do one little thing on one page to be practicing a certain thing, I've got out of it what I wanted to. And I know I've got a copy there that I can use to, you know, do my actual colouring in and not practice. So I thought a Kirby one was a good idea to put in. I popped in a Disney one. This one is just a Shutterstock one, but it's pretty good quality print-wise. And everybody knows how much I love Disney. So I wanted, you're thinking, well, you know, Disney's pretty straightforward. It's a lot of straight colouring. It is, but I just sort of want to go to the next level with my Disney things. And so in saying that, there are other characters, but in saying that, there's a couple of ladies I follow on Instagram, and I'm not even going to pretend I know how to pronounce their names. I'm presuming they are French, and they do a lot of work in the Hatchet Hero books, and they are just amazing, and their pictures look like something that a Disney artist has done. It's just, I mean, obviously they've done the artwork, but the colouring component of it, excuse me, it looks, you know, it looks amazing. So I just sort of want to, you know, take my Disney just up a notch. So this book is for the subject, not the paper. My next one in here is I grabbed the Easy Colouring Jade Summer book because I thought this book would be really good to practice with shading, because it's got it in here for you, okay? And you're thinking, well, that's not really practicing, that's just copying. Well, to me, I'm a person, like, by seeing where they're putting the shading, that's helping me to start feeling comfortable where to put shading on my page. Sorry, I'm in the light. I have ordered new lighting, guys, finally. But, yeah, stay on subject, Sarah. So for me, by just doing, you know, even if I don't actually colour in it, say if I am colouring a peach, well, I could look in here and see where they've done it to give me an idea of where to do it on the page I'm colouring. So there may not be a lot of actual colouring done in this book, but because it is, you know, quite a wide variety of different pictures, I thought it was a real, and, you know, I didn't want to be spending a lot of money on these technique books, okay? So this book was perfect because it gives you, you know, a really nice variety of different things. And, again, shows you where you could put the shading on your books. So that's Easy Colouring book by Jade Summer. The next book I have is Colour Me Beautiful Women of the World by Jason Hamilton. This book is purely for skin and hair, and again shading. These pictures, like, you have some that are a little bit bigger, but then you have ones that are a little bit smaller. Obviously the smaller ones are where I'm going to start off with. Skin tone scares me. Hair excites me. I know that sounds silly, like, I don't find hair as overwhelming, but it's certainly an area that I want to improve with. But skin tone, yeah, I'm still a very, very basic level. So this book, you know, if I want to practice skin tone, I can grab this book. If I do 6 pages that are only the skin and not finish colouring it, that's fine. To, you know, again, it's done its job of the intention of what I bought it for. You know, and sometimes, like, if I'm smart enough, and it says here 3 levels of complexity, so that was another reason why I did get it. And I think it does tell you, let me just have a look, sorry. Yep, so here it has sections and it'll tell you, let me just have a look. So see here, they're really quite simple, straightforward pictures. There's not a lot of detail. And so each section, so example here, 10 simple illustrations. But say, to me, being simple with the skin, to me that's actually going to be harder, because to me I feel like I would have to do a little bit more work with the shading. And then the next section, you know, is a little bit more detailed. And then let's have a look. I think, yeah, he said 3, and then there you go. The back is a lot more detailed, but it still doesn't have a lot of, well, doesn't look like any. It has no guidelines for your shading. So that also was really important for me, because I wanted a book where I didn't have something sort of guiding me where to go. I wanted a book where I'm making the decisions on where the shading should go. So I thought this was a really good book to use. It wasn't, again, overly expensive, and different sizes. And obviously I'll start with the small sizes. Sorry, I've just got to grab a drink. Right, next one is Creative Haven Lovable Cats and Dogs. This one is to practice fur. That's it. So again, if I don't colour anything but the actual animal, that's fine. The book's done its job. Oops. But also you've got, I've just noticed, you know, I could go further, like here. I could practice wood on here. And birds, but I don't like birds. Yeah, I grew up with budgerigars, and yeah, don't like them. Don't like them at all. So yeah, so this is predominantly for fur, but if I get anything else out of it, that's a bonus. But fur is another area that I just no skill whatsoever. So, and because I do have a lot of animal books, and I do, sorry, bloody light, it's something that I do really want to further. I like my the story of the Precious Cat, the Nelko Nico book. I haven't touched that yet, and that is one that I won't touch until I'm a little bit more confident doing fur. So this is going to be, you know, really helpful. So that's Lovable Cats and Dogs. The next one I got was 4 Seasons by Creative Haven. Now, I thought the reason I got this was for 2, is to start learning confidently colour palettes. I will be doing a video at whether it's late this month or next month, on how I choose my colours, but I have read on colour theory, and I just can't absorb it. I am stuck. I don't know why, but I'm stuck. So I thought this would be really good to practice, you know, adding colour to seasons. So, and also, you know, being able to do skies and, yeah, but it's mainly around my colour palette choosing. So, it's a little bit more detailed. That's the cover there, I think. Yeah, a little bit more detailed than I would have liked, but that's okay, again, because it's just about choosing colour. But I think I might try and find another scenery book, and if you can suggest one that's quite basic but covers all seasons, please, yeah, comment below. I'd be really appreciative, because I want to, like, practice backgrounds with skies, like galaxy, and what else, like sunsets, sunrise, all that sort of stuff. So this book might be a little bit too detailed to do actual backgrounds with. So golly gosh, it got me talking too much. So yeah, I think I might have to find another one for backgrounds. So if you can suggest one, please comment below. I'd be really grateful. My next one is Cityscapes, and I chose this one because I love architecture. So again, it's just all about shading and like colouring bricks and wood and lights, that sort of thing. So yeah, and this book was, I'd actually had bought this book, and then I was going to donate it, and then I thought, well, no, it can go in my techniques box. But it's got what I need. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And my final book, I do have another Disney one in here, and that's a Christmas one, and I've only got it in there just because I had two of it. And yeah, but my final one is trees. I did buy one, a Creative Haven one, but it just wasn't appropriate for what I wanted. It was like a lot of close-ups sort of thing, and I wanted to have a bit of variety of when you know, you're doing trees, and it's all on the left side, which is great for me. But see, this would be perfect for me. See, I might even photocopy that. I will scan and print that up on different paper, so I've got several copies of it, because that's the sort of thing that I want to focus on, like making the leaves look not full-on realistic, because, well, I'm not, again, an artist, but a little bit more, a lot better than where I'm at the moment. And same with grass and rocks and like the tree trunks. And see, even though this looks really basic, I think this is a great page, because with the trunk I can try to make it more realistic by following some of the like I've got that, is it 101 textures or 100 textures? And that book would be ideal for trying to copy the texture of a tree trunk. And yeah, so it's basically sort of, I'm not into realism or anything like that. I'll never get to that stage. And to be honest, I don't really want to, because I like my whimsical stuff and that. So, you know, that's about as far as I'm going to go. But, you know, to have shading and all that sort of stuff is, you know, something that I do really want to learn. So, yeah, this book is pretty, like, I wouldn't do anything with that. But that I would. That I definitely would. See, to me, that would be a really good one to practice using different browns and, you know, where to and all that sort of stuff. So, that's my final technique book for this. I hope you've got something out of this video. This is something that I really want to focus on this year. As I said, these, I haven't coloured in any of them, and they've been sitting there for probably 6 months, which is a little bit naughty of me. But if I write them down, that, you know, like my goal this month is to work more with Hannah Carlson paper, and which is very similar to a lot of the other hardcovers. Or I want to practice fur, because I know next month I want to, you know, do some more animal pages or something along that lines. These are the type of goals that I'm going to do. My goals won't be, you know, try to do 50 pages or whatnot. Just because of my health, I'm just too unpredictable and unreliable to myself that if I said a certain amount of books a month, that I just would never achieve it. So I just do what I do and enjoy what I do, but I really do sort of want to start improving my techniques, because I'm getting to that state. I don't know if it's boredom or, yeah, I just want to go to that next level, if that makes sense. So if this is something that you think that you could add to your arsenal, go ahead, choose your books for what you want. Just because I have a Disney book doesn't mean that you should have a Disney book. Just because I have Skin, like a book, A Beautiful Women. Think of things that you want to improve on. If it's, like I said, if it's you want to improve on your shading, to me this is the perfect book. And you know, Jade Summer books are so affordable, and yeah, so just focus on what you want, not necessarily what I've got here. And again, if anybody at all could recommend a book for backgrounds, please comment below. I would be forever grateful, because again, that is an area that I really do want to improve on. If you have any questions at all, comment below. And I think that's it for today. So thanks again, guys, for watching and supporting me on this journey. I'm really, really loving it. Got my full mojo back. I'm feeling really good. So hopefully we'll get back to regular videos from Silly Sarah. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. It helps the channel a lot. If you're not subscribed, think about subscribing. Hit the notification bell. Share with your friends. Comment below. But most of all, guys, stay safe. And remember, colouring is cool and kind. Bye.